Hello friends, today we are starting with the heads of income. Heads of income. The very first head of our practice manual, that is, the very second one, income from house property. Income from house property. Income from house property. Under this head, we have to determine whether the income from the rent of the house property will be taxable or not. This chapter is very simple. It will take hardly 1 hour to teach me this chapter. I'll teach all the facts about this chapter and then I'll give you the hint about the sums. So let's start with the theory first. To get charged under this section, under this head, there are conditions. To get charged income tax under income from house property, there are conditions. The very common conditions, it is a common sense. There should be a house property, firstly. Secondly, such house property should be given on rent. Second condition, for which the income tax will be chargeable. Third condition is, if there are more than one house of the SSC, then what to do. This chapter basically deals with these types of sum. There are sums on this also, but major portion is on this types of sum. There are more than one property. There are many people who have more than one property. Suppose the viewer, you might be having two property, and the property one in which you live and the second property that you have given on rent. That property will be chargeable to income tax under this head. How it will be charged, what is the format of this chapter, I'll teach you everything in detail. Just have patience, don't note right now. I'll give you time to note. And thanks for seeing my videos and giving me reviews in the comment section. See, property. If the property is given on rent, then it is termed as let out property. It is known as LOP. People normally call it LOP. Let out property. The full form is let out property. And if the property is not given on rent, that is non-rent, it is further subdivided. One, self-occupied property, and other one is deemed let out property. What are these terms? I'll let you know. It is known as SOP, self-occupied property, and it is deemed let out property. Deemed let out. What does this word deem means to you all? What is this deem? You might have come across this word deem many times. What is the difference? What do you understand by deem? Deem means, just like as we assume something, we assume in our questions, in the problems, word problems that we used to do in our lower standard. Let's assume x is equal to 100. So assumption is assuming something. In deemed is, it is by default. It is not assumed, it is by default. Deemed, it has to be. Means if you have two properties and but you have not given it on rent. If you have two properties and you have not given the one property at rent, in one property you are self-occupied, that is self-occupied property, and other property you have not given on rent, so you will claim that I am not giving on rent and why I am being charged income tax under the head income from house property. So this chapter is how to deal with it. So the other property which you have not given on rent, that is known as deemed let out property. So it is better to give it on the rent and claim let out property, because you will at least earn something and pay tax. Here you are not earning anything and you have to pay tax. This is what is known as deemed let out property. Sorry, wait, technical error. I'll sort it later. Sorry. So are you all getting this? What is the meaning between let out property? Let out property is the property that you have genuinely given it on the rent, and deemed let out property is the one which you have not given on rent and still you have to pay tax on that. You have to still pay the income tax on that. So please note down till here. Then we'll go. Please pause the video and copy it down. I hope you have copied down. I'm moving forward. Format to calculate income from house property following income statement should be made / prepared. Let me take the scale. 3 columns. It is just for your understanding, 3 columns. In the question there might be some of 3 columns also. So don't copy it down right now. I'm telling you again and again. Please listen first. I have not done this chapter pre-written just because pre-written chapters are not so effective, I feel. That's why I'm writing it now in front of you and teaching it. Particulars. Let out property. I hope you understand LOP now. Now DLOP also you understand, deemed let out property. And third is SOP, self-occupied property. So first in the question what we have to see. In the question there might be all types of rent given to you given you. So how to calculate it? There is a format specific for it. You have to just follow the format and the values will come automatically. The question will provide you with all the, like, if there is a municipal value, a fair rent, they'll provide the value for that. You don't need to calculate anything. I'll show you how to do it. First, municipal value. First 2-3 minutes you won't understand. As soon as I complete the format, we'll come to understand what it is and how to do. Municipal value, fair rent, whichever is higher. See, I'm writing here, whichever is higher will be the next head. That is third, whichever is higher. Fourth, it would be standard rent. Out of this two, we have to find out whichever is lower will become expected rent. Whichever is lower will become expected rent. So fifth will be expected rent, and the very last will be actual rent. Actual rent refers to, suppose you have given your flat on 10,000 rent for 12 months, so it is the actual rent. Expected rent will be out of this 2, whichever is lower. Standard rent, what does standard rent mean to you? Standard rent means a specific rent, like in an area for a 2 BHK flat, the rent is say rupees 20,000. So it is the standard rent. And the standard rent means the normal rate going on in the particular area. So it is a standard rent in that area, 20,000. But so and in the municipal value means the municipal authority comes and evaluate the property and say what will be the rent for it. That is the municipal value. After that municipal value, fair rent means other than municipal people, there are corporations who decide fair rent. So that fair rent will be decided by other agencies and corporation other than municipalities. So that is, so out of this, whichever is higher will become this head, whichever is higher, and the standard rent, that the local area rent, whichever is lower will become the expected rent. And after that expected and actual rent, we have to see whichever is higher will become gross annual value. Gross annual value, that is GAV, municipal value. So let's start memorizing it. Municipal value, fair rent, whichever is higher, the next head. Standard rent, whichever is lower. Standard rent, whichever is lower will become expected rent. See, I have written over here, whichever is lower will become expected rent. Expected rent and actual rent, whichever is higher will become the gross annual value, GAV. After that, we have to deduct municipal taxes. Municipal taxes like local tax, water tax, property tax, house tax, cess on municipal tax, sewage tax, scavenging tax. All these taxes, like when you live in a society or